listen to yourself. So what is it that I feel right now? So if I'm not feeling the music happening or the lyrics are not flowing or whatever, I might go for a walk, you know? So I was based, or I am based in Amsterdam most of the time. And then from there, I'm doing all kinds of projects. So I've been creating music. I have a whole new album ready. I'm just sitting on it, waiting for the release. So it's been good. I've been doing many things. Obviously, COVID was in between, so I couldn't travel. And I wasn't as, like, at home as much as I wanted to be. But now we're here, and I'm looking forward to the show Friday and bring some old songs back and share some new songs as well.
I love that. I love that. All right, now, just for the folks who are tuned in right now, Shishani, who's not really familiar, you know, with you, just to walk us through your journey with music, you know, where it all began, you know, the kind of style, because you also have a very unique style of music. Just walk us through that, just for our listeners who are not familiar with Shishani.
Sure. So, yeah, I was born here in Windhoek. At the age of 5, I moved to the Netherlands, grew up there. Then I came back in 2011, and that's when I made my Windhoek EP. So growing up in Europe, it was mainly looking at, you know, soul, R&B, pop, hip-hop. That was the stuff that we could listen to. Actually, you didn't have any African artists on the radio then. Maybe only had this one song by Wes Alane and another one, Yusundur, but that was really it. So let alone anything from Namibia. So coming from Namibia, I was always craving to come back and to get to know more about, you know, what is the culture, what is the history, what kind of music do we have here. So I came back here, created my EP, which is very soul inspired because I grew up listening to R&B and soul music, a little bit of gospel, but a lot of pop music, also hip hop influences. So so that was the beginning of my career here. Played at the Namas in 2011. I played Minority. That song got me going, basically. And in that time, I was still studying, so I was going back and forth to the Netherlands all the time. So it was like a 50-50 thing. Recorded another album as well, released it here, Sessions in Poland, because I recorded in Poland with musicians there. And since then, I've actually been, you know, exploring the world of music because it's this vast, endless space that you can do whatever. And I grew up listening to a lot of rock music as well. So like people like Coldplay, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Radiohead, you know, that is completely my jam. But people that know my music from then, let's say the Windhoek EP, wouldn't expect that from me. But in my latest EP, which is titled Miss Catharsis, I'm taking you more in that direction where I'm bringing in those rock influences as well.
I love that.
So yeah, that's also one of the tunes that we'll be listening to later, Belong to You, is on that EP, the Miss Catharsis EP. So there I'm mixing the soul. They term it indie soul. So it's like indie influenced music with a lot of soul.
A lot of soul,
And in the meanwhile, like before I did that, I had a quartet called Namibian Tales where we were looking at the musical traditions from Namibia. So 2 albums I made where I started venturing into singing a little bit in Oshiwambo as well, using the rhythms, the stories, family stories. And we also did a very special collaboration with 4 women from the San communities, the Junglas communities. And we created an album with them. We toured in Namibia. We brought them to Europe. We toured through Europe. People loved it, so they went apeshit, and they're still waiting for the, you know, for it to come back again, because it's really unique what we have in this country.
It is beautiful and uniquely so.
So I'm just trying to, you know, stay inspired and to keep traveling, also in the world of music itself. So I don't really define myself anymore to one thing, but there's always a lot of soul influence into what I do.
Let's answer that last bit you said there, staying inspired. How do you do that? We'll talk a bit more about that in just a hot second. We have Shishani in the building. Here she is with a song called Belong to You. It's coming up next on 99 FM. 99 FM, Shishani with Belong to You. Guess what? She's actually in the building right now. You know, came to come say hi and also let us know what's happening in terms of just the music. Album is coming. She's performing this Friday. But I want to ask her this question and just, you know, just to pick her brain a little bit. So Shishani, you spoke about, you know, finding inspiration. How do you do that? How do you... I mean, you can't always be inspired. So on the days that you're not inspired and you're finding it hard to be inspired, what do you do to just get that inspiration back?
Well, I would say, like, staying inspired is always, like, learning how to listen to yourself. So what is it that I feel right now? So if I'm not feeling the music happening or the lyrics are not flowing or whatever, I might go for a walk, you know? And you might meet somebody and there's a story and boom. there you have, a lead to the sentence that you still need to finish. Or you might just be listening to the birds. Like, I've been obsessed with nature since COVID also because, you were just distancing from humans. So I got to be more in nature. And a lot of my new music is also based on that. Like, how do you reconnect with yourself, with your inner voice? What's going on inside you? It was not an easy period either because, maybe the things that are surfacing are not pretty.
Yes,
maybe you're dealing with a lot of things.
True.
That you never go through because, you've been running from A to B nonstop. You were busy, so you don't, sit with your problems. And I think COVID gave me that opportunity to sit with my issues and actually go through them, work through these emotions, whether it's like guilt, is it shame, is it fear, is it whatever it is that you could be dealing with for whatever reason in your life. So I think it's just this having this ability to move. So if you are stuck with your, with the melodies or whatever, get out. Whatever you do, whether it's a walk by yourself, whether it's meeting a friend, whether it's reading a newspaper and being enraged of what you read, today or what you see in the news. It can come from any source. But I also feel that creating space for silence, because my ideas, they come. I'm just walking somewhere and boom, it hits me. But if I'm already busy in my mind with all kinds of things and I don't have this inner space, it's very hard to actually, to let things flow. Because a lot of the things that I've been writing are just, it feels like they're just gifts. You're in the moment and I'm able to tune in, right? I'm able to create that space, a little moment for myself with my guitar, to actually feel, what's going on inside me, and then it happens. So
it happens.
I think shortly put, that is how I do it.
I think I'm going to take a page out of that book, Shishani, and try to find inspiration as well. But you're also performing. You're performing this Friday. You mentioned there's an album coming out. You're sitting on the album. Do you have the date for the album release? And just tell us a bit about this Friday. You are performing Night Under the Stars. Great platform.
Yes.
Truly Namibian. I really love it so much. What can we expect this Friday? Where is it going down? What time? All of those details, please.
Definitely. So it's going to be at the Goethe Center, the German Cultural Center in Windhoek. It starts at 7 p.m. There'll be 2 opening acts, Namibiantu, Ndawana, beautiful singer as well. I'll be featuring Tonetic. So we worked together 10 years ago and we wrote this beautiful song that we're going to play later as well. So I'm going to be playing songs from when I started out here in Windhoek, because for me it's been such a while being back, so I wanted to play the songs that people can relate to. So from the Windhoek EP, but also share with you what I've been doing these past years, which is a bit of Namibian Tales as well, which is also this Miss Catharsis EP with more rock influences. I'll be sharing a song from the new album as well. The date is not set because, I'm still finding the partners to partner with for the promotion of it, but hopefully end of this year.
Yeah.
I could start, releasing singles already
for now, yes,
for the album to come out. But the music is ready. Sometimes it's just not the artist that is not, we have the material, but you're still waiting for how to bring it out.
I know exactly what you mean.
The strategy, etc. But I'm just really looking forward to being in that space again, because it's special to do it at Night Under the Stars, because I opened the first ever Night Under the Stars nearly 9 years ago.
9 years ago now?
Yes.
Shoo.
So to be back again.
Is this your second time on the stage? Or is this going to be your second time, Shishani?
Yes, it was. I think it is my second time at that stage because... in the meanwhile, I had been gone also traveling. I was abroad. So for me, it really feels like it's literally a decade ago.
It's crazy. So being back must be an incredible feeling.
Absolutely. So I just want to celebrate that. That's why I really wanted to do a concert before I get out again, fly out again. So it's going to be songs people, they recognize, but as well, like having some new influences in there as well.
Yeah, I love that. So Night Under the Stars this Friday. We don't have a date yet for the album, but she did say that look out for it, towards the end of the year. Just a time, Shishani, when is the concert starting?
It starts 7 p.m. 7 p.m. and then we'll be having the opening acts. I'll be playing at 8, but in the meanwhile, there'll be a lot of things to see as well. So, come through.
Come check it out. Yeah, this Friday, guys. It's literally this Friday, 28th of April, I think it is. Yes, 28th of April at the Goethe-Institut. Show starts at 7. And I think tickets are still $20, right?
They're 50.
There's 50 now. Okay, so they're 50 now. Yeah, but it's worth it. That money is worth the incredible show you are going to get from Shishani. Thank you so much for coming to share with us, Shishani, and it's great to see you back in the country.
Great to be back,
and hopefully we'll see you soon. I know you're also leaving again soon, but hopefully we'll get to see you on stage again.
We'll be
in the city. Thank you so much for coming through. Shishani in the building. If you want to see her live. live and direct. If you've never seen her perform live before, you have a chance this Friday, actually, at the Goethe-Institut. So do go check her out. 7 o'clock is when the show starts, and $50 gets you in. In the meantime, if you still want to, you just hear her voice and know what she's about. She's also coming up next once again with Tonetic on the song called Undefended. That's coming up next on 99 FM.
99 FM. Feel good.
Ready, set, go. Go right now.
Treza in the afternoon on 99 FM, Namibia's #1 hip-hop, Afro, and urban station.
Go.
99 FM.
99 FM.